Connecticut. And you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org.
I'm gonna take myself a piece of sunshine and paint it all over my sky, yeah. Be no rain, be no rain. I'm gonna take the song from every bird and make them sing it just for me, yeah. Birds got something to teach us all about being free, yeah. Be no rain, be no rain. And I think I'll call it morning from now on. Why should I survive on sadness and tell myself I've got to be alone? Why should I subscribe to this world's madness, knowing that I've got to live on? Knowing that I've got to live on. Knowing that I've got to live on. Yeah, I think I'll call it morning from now on.
Woo, it is Friday. We have arrived. We made it. Who's still standing out there? It's going to be a lovely day. It's going to be a lovely day. It's not raining. It was raining yesterday. It was raining last night. It was raining early this morning. It's not raining now. Welcome to LoveBabz, LoveTalk on Babz Rose Ivy. It's Friday, May 1st. Oh, yeah. Tomorrow is my 63rd birthday. But let me wish some folks happy birthday right now. Rashida Winfield, my neighbor around the corner. Her husband is State Senator Gary Winfield. Happy birthday, girl. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Rashida. Happy birthday. Dolly Moy. You know Dolly Moy, whenever you get with her and you got to take pictures, she whip out them damn white sunglasses. Y'all know, you know Dolly. You've been at any jazz concert within the last 20 years with Dolly. Post office working Dolly. You know you got a picture with some sunglasses on. I got me a picture with sunglasses. I picked the red ones. Happy birthday, Dolly. Happy birthday, baby. Happy birthday. I don't know what she's doing, but today's her birthday. Russell G. Jones, who was just here last year in a play. Happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday wherever you are acting in the world. Eileen Williams-Esdale, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Miss AKA. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Eileen. Happy birthday. Yes, so Eileen's birthday. And my personal favorite, hey, Dr. Shireen Mason, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. So I had to get my birthday wishes out to people. So the Moroccan birthday crew, birthday my Moroccan birthday crew. We still have our WhatsApp up, and we still drop in periodically and wish each other happy birthday. Still, after these last couple of years. So I dropped my birthday wish to Shireen because she ain't on social media. I wished her happy birthday anyway. I wished her early this morning. She already up because doctors be up. Anyway, happy birthday. Tomorrow's my birthday. And anybody else's birthday who's today? May 1st. May 1st. And those my witch friends who celebrate the Celtic Beltane. Happy Beltane to my witch practicing friends. Yes. So enjoy this season. Enjoy this portal between spring and summer. The walking through, the in between. Wishing y'all a day. Listen, I do a little witchcraft. I got to blow my cinnamon and salt on the first day of the month. I will do that after I get off air. Last night for the season because this year the stars are aligned a little differently, and so I did the ritual of putting salt at the threshold of my door. Yes, Babas. I invite and invoke all the good blessings, all of it. I don't leave no blessings on the table, Babas. I'm not leaving no blessings on the table. My sister Lois in town. She drove in last night. So, hello, Lorraine. Because we are celebrating my birthday tomorrow. Well, we starting today. Yes, Babas. 63 and 63. Woo, child. I've been working on my property. I'm gonna record my property notes so I can play them back and listen to myself. I figured that might help me in the language, in my own language. We'll see what happens, Babas. We'll see what happens. So yes, I'm gonna spend my morning studying a little bit and packing. I've got some laundry done. I just gotta go downstairs and get it. I'm gonna go downstairs and turn the dryer on so they could just reheat up again and shake all the wrinkles out. Because I put them in yesterday and I didn't go back downstairs. I was like, ooh, no. No, no, no. Ooh, no. So y'all heard, you got the word. The Supreme Court, they've cut it the second section of the Voting Rights Act because they don't want niggas voting. They didn't want black folks voting since 1619. So, but you know who they really coming for? White women. White women, y'all better posse up. Some of y'all want this. A lot of y'all don't. A lot of y'all, the smart white women understand what is happening because now black women have lost the right to vote or losing the right to vote. Now, listen, we don't lay down for nothing. You know we're gonna fight back. But the Supreme Court dealt a harsh blow. It's as if Thurgood Marshall never sat on the Supreme Court. It's as if it's as if um, uh, uh, we just showed up. We just came on slave ships today. But we're gonna fight back. Rest and trust and believe. We're gonna fight back. We're gonna fight back. We've been fighting since we got here. We're not gonna stop now. And listen, the rest of you people who didn't listen to black women to begin with, because we've been telling y'all this was coming. We laid it out chapter and verse. We've been laying out since 1619. We've been telling you what white supremacy is. We've been telling you. We from day one. And you didn't listen to us. But guess what? Ding, 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 ding. The house is on fire. And I don't mean the party house. You know, the roof, the roof. The roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let that MFR burn. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That's the party. This is not the party. This is real ish. This is real ish. Get it together, good people. Listen, those of y'all who want this, you'll benefit from the hard work that, you know, the resistance is doing. The resistance will fight back. The resistance will fight back. They are fighting back. We've been fighting back. We've been fighting back. We don't got a whole lot of time. Get to it. Yeah. It's riot time, white people. Stop playing polite. I saw you show up for the no kings. This is you need to get in the streets now, white people. You need to get in the streets now. You need to we now black people, we've been in the streets. But when we get in the streets, we become the target. We become the target. To disrupt protests, they start beating black asses. That's what happens. That's the disrupt. They're gonna look for any black body out there and start beating and shooting and all that kind of stuff. White people, you got to get in these streets. You got to put your boots on and get in these streets. White women, lipstick up, get your asses out there. You had no problems putting on pink hats. You had no problems defending your little pink hat wearing. I got a pink hat. My good friend Bobby bought me a pink hat. I mean, not bought me. She knitted me a pink hat. So pull them pink hats out and get your asses in the street. It's time. If there's no time like right now, because the house is on fire, and y'all gonna lose your rights. Listen. If you ain't watched The Handmaid's Tale or read the book, I read the books. I read the book many years ago, so I know what's up. I've been knowing what's up. I've been trying. We've been trying to warn people, white women in particular and specific. We've been trying to warn y'all about what was coming for y'all, because mediocre white men wake up every day thinking, I want to run the world. And they think mediocrity is equivalent to black excellence. The nerve and the audacity of that. They really do. They really think that white mediocrity and all of whiteness is mediocre, let me tell you, is equivalent to black excellence. They think that. They believe that. They just think if they put a white person in that seat, it'll be the same. It'll be better. It never is. And we got a imbecile president sitting in the White House that got it tricked out like a Russian whorehouse. Even King Charles was like, damn, what is going on in here? even King Charles was jarred by the Oval Office. It's like, what is happening? Listen, King Charles and the side piece queen, they had a good ass time in America for 4 days, and 4 days is all they could stand. It's like, we didn't do 4 days. We could get home. They was hanging out in Harlem. They hanging out. People touching all kinds of stuff. I know they never had. The monarchy is like, I'm glad we cut them loose 250 years ago. Woo! Woo! The king is like, Lord, he ain't gonna see his son though. He ain't have his son fly in. They still beefing. I'm like, the king. Listen, their mother is gone. You the father. I don't know why you behaving this way. That's not how you should be. You should love your kids no matter what. Just because they don't want to do what you do doesn't mean anything. It just means they want their own path. They don't take your money no more. He doing his own thing. He making his own money, and he's richer than he's ever been. And he got a black ass wife and 2 black ass kids. So I know you, whatever see that kind of white, that English white, that UK white, that's a different kind of white. Because they know how to stand on generational hate. They know how to do it generation to generation. They know how to do it. They've been doing it. If you don't gotta ask me. You don't gotta trust what I say. Look at how the monarchy was has played out through the centuries. Mary Queen of Scots, Henry VIII. I mean, look. You don't gotta trust what I say. Look how these people act with their own family members. Now they gotta learn how to be modern royals because the stuff that played in the 1700s ain't playing right now. So they gotta be modern royals. I tell you what, the king with the swiftness, he wasn't like his mama coddling his brother. What is it, Philip? That's his brother's name, Philip. The one who caught up in the Epstein scandal and got title stripped away. I bet you. I don't think he on the corner with a sign talking about this royal will work for food. I don't think he's there yet. I think they give a little bit of pennies, but he ain't in the big house no more. He had to give that up. He in like a 2-bedroom flat somewhere on the grounds. His ex-wife had to give up her titles and all her stuff. Like, girl, you got to really go do something. She should have remarried and remarried well. I think she did, and then that was disastrous. I'm not sure. Honey, these royals are a mess. Meanwhile, Meghan and Harry in California living their best life. They doing more ambassador work than they're not working royals, but they sure is working. Like, listen, I get to be free. I'm not the heir. I'm just the spare. That's the crazy part. I think his mother would be proud. I think his mother would be proud. No, I think his mother would be proud. I'm proud of him. He took a bad situation and made it work for himself. I cheer anybody who do that. I cheer anybody who does that. Oh, and if you're in London, a new sculpture by Banksy has appeared, depicting a figure with his face covered by a billowing flag, and that could show up anywhere in America. That could show up anywhere in the world. Nationalism. It's symbolic for nationalism is leading folks off a cliff. And by us, by folks, I mean us, all of us. Not just in the UK, but here in the United States. Banksy put a sculpture up overnight. I don't know how you get a big ass sculpture up overnight and nobody see it. Banksy be, Banksy be bringing people fever. Banksy be like, oh, I know what to do. I'll put this up. Somebody know who this is. You know, he always bring politically provocative messages. I ain't mad at him. And then, you got to follow Al Jazeera if you want some real news. You know, Al Jazeera or BBC. You can't just watch. Don't watch U.S. news. U.S. news is propaganda. It's just pure and simple propaganda. Propaganda. It's just propaganda. You know. I hear voices. I hear voices. Somebody's outside. But anyway, go ahead, Banksy. So if you get a chance, go take a search. Just take a search. You'll see it. It's a great statue. Like it's great. You know, it's great. It's a great statue. Uh, I think the battery needs to be recharged on the ring. Oh yeah, time for uh time for to recharge the ring. Uh, so anyway, that's the exciting news. The Banksy statue that's up. Um, It's pretty provocative. Nationalism gonna have us off a cliff. And that's just a fear of a black planet. That really is a fear of a black planet. You know, they tried to sterilize as much people of color as they could, and that didn't work. Enslavement didn't work. It worked for a time, but it kind of did the opposite of what they thought it was going to do. It got them cheap labor, but also uh, created a diaspora. So, so now here we are. So yeah, these mediocre white men on that Supreme Court, and Clarence Thomas. And here's the thing: if you just go follow the money, if you just follow all the grifting by these Supreme Court justices, Roberts, all of them, just follow the money. It'll tell you what their loyalties are. It'll tell you what their loyalties are. Just follow the money. Check their bank accounts. Check the stuff that they didn't report. The Supreme Court justices on the tape. All that money, like, oh, I'm gonna get me some of that. Just listen. And the stuff that we know we are appalled by, but not enough to be outraged. This is why voting is important. And now when you're about to lose the right to vote, it's gonna get dire. It's gonna get dire. Because now now they don't got a gerrymander. They're just gonna do it. It's gonna keep elections white as hell. They're gonna keep moving venues for voting. They're gonna purge rolls. They're gonna ensure the fact that black people do not have any say. They're doing their best to do that. And here we are. And people who don't understand what this means, the dummies out there, and there's a lot of them. God knows. Every day I learn. Every day I learn about how many stupid people there are that live in this country. I had no idea. Did you know? Who knew? I did not know. I swear to God, I did not know it was this many stupid people in America. I didn't. I really didn't. I thought everybody was getting a good education like I got a good education. I, I didn't know. I feel like a fool even thinking that. It's like, why did I believe that? I don't know why I believed that, but I believed it. So I show up in spaces. This is why I don't understand. This is why I do not understand imposter syndrome. I do not understand inferiority. I do not understand fear. I don't understand any of it because I show up in spaces. I'm like, I'm smart. What the hell? Aren't you smart? I'm smart. You're smart. Everybody's smart. Apparently not. I don't care if I show up in spaces and I'm the only black person. I'm often the only black person in spaces. I don't care. I don't care about these white people. I don't understand it. I do not understand it. I don't, people sitting around talking about, oh, I feel insecure. Insecure. I don't even know what that is. I can't even imagine. I think maybe that's because I had a mother who told me I could do anything. And it was backed up by other people. And then I went to HBCU that poured so much of that on me. I just can't imagine. I just can't imagine. Even if I fail, I win. That's why I don't take a loss. Listen, just pivot. For most people, this is the problem. They concern themselves with what people will say. That is at the heart of any insecurity. That is at the heart of anybody feeling like they don't belong. That is at the heart of imposter syndrome. They concern themselves what people say. And so when you walk in spaces and you concern yourself with what people say, then it is going to weaken you. It is. Because you're concerned about what they say. And who's the they? And you got to be quick about dissecting and discerning who the they is. You got to be quick on your feet to discern who the they is. you know. And then you gotta develop a inner strength so that the day can't penetrate, you know. And if you feel insecure, you turn it into fuel. That's you have to do that. This nobody could give you that. No one could give you that. I never in my damn life have I walked into a space and felt like, oh, maybe I don't belong. You know what I do? None of these mofos in here belong. I, I walk the world with such confidence and fearlessness because I've cultivated it, because it's a muscle. I don't worry about that. And the older I get, the badder I get. Now, when I was 30, I didn't know what a no was. You're 30, 20, 30, you don't know what a no is. You got to develop how to say no. When you're in your 40s, you get a clue. You start thinking, oh, I'm going to say no to that. Yes, and a no will cost you. Here's the other part of it, too. People don't want to pay for the right of freedom. Freedom costs. And the price of freedom has always been high. Freedom ain't cheap. Freedom ain't Timo. You can't get freedom on Timo. You can't. It's not cheap. Freedom is not cheap. It never was. It costs. And you got to be willing to pay it to, if you want to say no. Cost. It cost. And I'm not, listen, don't get it twisted, dummies. Because I know there's some people out there who be like, ooh, well, what about? No. Don't bring misery to me. I'm not talking about matters of, when I say no means no. I'm not talking about abuse, assault. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in workspaces, in commitment spaces, in community spaces, when people take on more than they should take on and they exhaust themselves. And I get it because I've been there, done that. That's how I know. I never talk about stuff I don't know about or experience. I know something about that. So anyway, this is not the time to be insecure. You've learned, you've studied, you're ready. Be ready. Be ready. And if you're not ready, get ready. That's what it is. You just can't be afraid. You can't be afraid to fail. If you fail, then you do something else. You pivot. You go in an entirely new direction. entirely new direction. That's what it is. And you can't be worried about what people say because people will say, oh, I see. You got to have the courage to be like, I'm my own person and rise. You are your own person. You are your worst enemy, but you are also your own phoenix. That's it. That's it. This is your pep talk this morning. This is your pep talk. This is your pep talk before my birthday. You are your own worst enemy, and you are your own phoenix. You can rise from the ashes. Ask me how I know. I had a good bottle of champagne last night. I love a good bottle of champagne. Truly, truly, truly. And since I found out that champagne will stave off immediate heart attacks, I was like, what? Say less. Say less. Say less, beautiful people. Say less. Say less. Like I think about my birthday. My birthday is Saturday. And then my good friend Bobby Miller's is the third. Taurus. This is Taurus season. Get out of our way. I better not see no MAGAs celebrating Cinco de Mayo on Tuesday. I hope Mexicans just poison them. I know it's mean. That's violent. I know. I know. These times. Get my nails done on Tuesday. And then I go take my exam. on Wednesday. I'll be glad to get that behind me. I'm doing a great give on Thursday, 9 to 11. It's going to be fun. I love doing a great give. So that'll be fun. And I'll be downtown. I'll be downtown. Uh, uh, I'll be downtown in studio. So that'll bring me some breakfast. Whew, my shoulder still hurts. I don't know what this is. All right. I wanted to get a haircut. I don't think I have time today. It's all right. I mean, my hair doesn't look bad. It's just, it's just grown in. Just grown in. So I'll go get a haircut another time. I'm not worried about that. I'll get a haircut. You know. Oh, Rabrisha's birthday is the 6th, and Bev, my sister-in-law, is May 25th. I always send Rabrisha a note. I'm gonna send her a note on her birthday. All these birthdays. Taurus season, baby. Although Bev's not a Taurus. She is a Gemini. She is a Gemini. So May 1st. The time is flying by. I don't know where April went. I'm looking high and low. So I sent my sister 60 birthday cards for her 60th birthday. So she got all but 3. I got 2 here. So I don't know if she got the other one. Now I have to go and get her the last one because I don't know where it went. That's telling you the post system. I don't know how. Listen, when I think about how enslaved people sent letters all over the country, not knowing that it would reach people and it reached people, here we are in modern times, and mail is janky as hell. And this Trump moronocracy messing around with the postal system. Now mail is slower than it's ever been. Midterms soon come because we got to right this ship. We have to right this ship. We have got to right this ship because they're on a path of destruction. They're headed for self-destruction. America, you in danger, girl. You in danger. You are in danger. They cut funding. They don't want to see black nothing. They don't want to see black books. They don't even want to see the word black. They don't want to see black teachers, black lawyers. They don't want black professionals. They don't want black doctors. And you can connect the dots. When you start saying, we're not going to fund this, that, and the other thing, when we're going to take away your ability to borrow money for your education, when we're going to shut down, we're going to rearrange, reclassify what is the professional degrees. When they start that kind of mess, I'm telling you, white people are on a terror right now because they don't understand how black people have accomplished so much in 250 years, and their people haven't. They don't get this black excellence thing. Black women are the most educated people on the planet. They don't understand it. They can't stand it. And we still having babies. Our numbers ain't down. White women, not so much. Not so much. So this is about whiteness and white supremacy. This is what this is. These angry, mediocre white men who feel like they're not being considered, they're not being centered. They feel maligned, they feel left out. The nerve, the fact that they think that they have a right to sort of be entitled to anything. They just think they're entitled. They don't want to work harder. They just want to be entitled. Meanwhile, we learn how to read and write by candlelight. We learn to read and write by the moonlight. We are finding our way through freedom by touching where moss grows on trees. We put in signs and symbols that sort of tell us where to go. We've got guideposts all around, and we've always had it. And they said, well, let's gut their education system. So we keep them stupid, keep them in prisons. Let's build prisons. Let's put them in prison. All right. You did that. Did it work? I mean, it worked to some degree. But you didn't realize we seeds. And when you plant seeds, they grow. So you go back and white people, I'm here to tell you, if you're listening to me, and some of y'all are, we rising. We've always been rising. And this, and and for the white folks who know this, they know what I'm talking about. They know I'm not casting aspersions against them. They know I don't mean all white people. They know because there's some white people who are about it. Who there are white people who are doing everything they can to be abolitionists, honest to God abolitionists. I'm not trying to toot their horn. That's what the hell they should be doing. But I'm here to tell you, white people who understand it, woke white people, they get it. They understand the pushback. They understand what I'm talking about. It's the stupid white people who never get it. The ones who get offended. The ones who be like, oh, how could you say that? See, those are the stupid white people. They don't know nothing about history. They don't know nothing about sociology. They don't know nothing about nothing. They're just like, oh, I feel attacked. That's the lowest form of anything. That fake insecurity, that fake outrage of, oh, blah, blah, blah. And white folks, listen, let me tell you something. Calling this nigga is not gonna hurt us. I know you want to say it. I know it's dripping off your lips. We know. And you say it. You just want to be able to say it to black people. and not get busted in the mouth. That's what you want. This is what white people want. They want to be able to say nigga to us in conversation or call us niggas and not have us bust them in the mouth. That's what they want. They want, pre-Reconstruction blacks. That's what they want. Or post-Reconstruction Jim Crow era kind of Negroes. They want that. Sorry, we don't come too far to turn back now. So yeah, we gonna figure out this voting thing. You best believe, baby. We gonna figure out this voting thing. We gonna figure it out. Because you know what's gonna happen. This is gonna be the conversation in all the conventions. And when I mean all the conventions, because see, they don't know nothing about us. They don't know what we do. They don't know how we gather. They just know we know. Listen, you watch us because you don't know nothing about us. You don't know the clubs that we're in. You don't know our fraternities and sororities. You don't know our civic organizations. You don't even know our black churches. This is the conversation. You don't even know. So I feel hopeful. I know this is a blow. This is a harsh blow. This is a harsh blow. Harry, I wasn't taking a break because we started so late. I'll take a break in a minute. Although I got enough water. Have enough water. And I didn't even get to the Afro conversation. So Vogue, this little photographer, little writer, called Tracy Ellis's Ross, her Afro, a cloud bob. You heard me. A cloud bob. A cloud bob. Now, I know for eons, white folks have been trying to co-opt an Afro and they couldn't figure out how to do it. They've been trying to figure out. Now they already put little, they already tried to co-opt, cornrows. They put that white woman, Bo Derek, in braids in the movie 10 with Dudley Moore, run across the beach with her hair braided and with beads, So they tried to co-opt that, but didn't work. So here we fast forward 50 years. Here they go, Cloud Bob. And black women took to social media in listen, I've seen so many pictures of Afros posted. Even Tracy Ellis Ross didn't say a damn thing. No, she did. She just posted up her in Afros, her hair, and in wigs. She just went a steady stream of Afros. And she's just like, Afro. Not a cloud bob, bitches. Afro. So there's a bunch of Afros, Black Panther sisters in afros, all kinds of women in afros. I threw my afro pictures up. Listen, Clan, Vogue took it down. They got so much blowback. I was like, ooh, we don't want this heat. We don't need this heat. We don't need it. We don't need it. Like, all right. I caught some scenes of the Met Gala. I saw some folks, although it seemed a little lackluster. Maybe it's my imagination, or maybe it's wishful thinking, but it didn't seem all that hype. I think they was trying to low key play it down because of the Bezos influence. Those people were boycotting, you know. But the Met Gala is has to supersede whoever is paying for it because it that's the only way they raise money to do the work that they do. This is their biggest and only fundraiser. So I get it. 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 So yeah, I'm pulling out my Afro wigs. I'm gonna get me one. Get me one. Yeah, it was low key. They they didn't get the kind of press they wanted. Or I don't know if they wanted press. I think they wanted it low key, because it sends a couple of messages. Anybody was messing with the Baselesses and their weird looking selves. And if that woman get any more injections, she's gonna be like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Like, what is with this white women? Stop it. Y'all be going, don't somebody see, this is what happens when you don't got no girlfriends. Because girlfriends will be like, girl, don't do that. If you got girlfriends, and I know lots of women who don't got no girlfriends, and I'm blessed because I got girlfriends, good ass girlfriends, who would tell me, don't do that. Just like that. Don't do that. So you see a woman out there looking wild and ragged and just terrible, that means she ain't got no good girlfriends. Because if you got good girlfriends, you're not gonna go out like that. You're not gonna have your lips to your nose. You're not gonna have your face puffed up and all this other kind. Girlfriends don't allow it. They must be like, girl, what are you doing? And then they drag you in front of a mirror. Stop it. That's when I see women off the rails. I was like, they ain't got no friends. You ain't got no friends. Not no good friends. You might got friends that be like, yeah, yeah, go do it, do it, do it. Who, what do they call it? My kids used to say frenemies. You got frenemies. I don't even know what that is. You got frenemies. People who are your friends, but they secretly want to undo you. I don't got people like that in my life. I don't. And if they do, they better get to going. They better get to stepping. And I mean quick, fast, in a hurry. So I was like, ooh, child. Yeah, see, she looked so much better when she didn't do all that mess to her face. It was like, they hate black people, they hate black women, but damn if they don't be trying to be black women. They getting their butts injected, lips injected, cheeks injected, breast injected. Like, just say you want to be black. And by saying it doesn't make it a reality. Getting their skin tanned up. I was like, at the end of the day, you're gonna you can be unrecognizable. Like, girl, that is not cute. But you know what? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And I'm never gonna say don't do something if it makes you feel whatever. I'm never gonna tell a woman don't do something if it gives them confidence. But I will invite you to investigate and excavate what this means for you and why you feel like you need to do it. Women can women have agency to do whatever they want. I mean, I'm here for it, but I do not, I will not hesitate to talk about you. That's just what it is. Because you look crazy. So I don't know, Babas. I do not know. but it's getting something. It's getting something. The midterms is upon us, and we about to do some work. Get in these streets, and I am sorely disappointed in the Supreme Court. I mean, I knew it was coming. Like I knew. I mean, we all had a sense, right? When we watched their hearing, and we watched them twist, say all the right things with a bit of a choke. You knew it was coming. These cast of characters and their history bore them out. I think people always think that people are not going to be as dastardly as they seem on paper, you know. But the writing was on the wall, and as much as I admire Ruth Bader Ginsburg, I wish she would have stepped down so that Obama could have had another Supreme Court pick. I'm always going to be mad at her for that. I'm like, lady, you gazillion years old and you got like a gazillion things wrong, but she insisted, and once you're there, you get to stay as long as you stay. But she didn't read the room. She didn't read the room. And some of that is just white privilege. The audacity of whiteness to think that, oh, me and me alone. That's and it's not solely whiteness to white people. Whiteness plays out in other people too. You know, this idea of I'm the one. I am the one. No one is the one, beloved. No one is the one. And yet we all are the one. I'm just saying. So yes, I'm a little salty about that. But listen, I'm gonna make my way to Chi-Town for the Barack Library. You best and believe and know it's opening Juneteenth. I'm not gonna go Juneteenth. I don't think I could get there Juneteenth. I might have to go after all the summer. I have to get to Chicago before like October. It might be a weekend in Chicago. A weekend in Chicago might be nice. Might be nice in like late September. Let's see what my besties and anybody want to go. I've not been to Chicago in a long time. A very long time. There's a couple of shops I want to hit. Yeah, but I want to go to the Obama library. I want to go to his place. I want to see it. I want to put my hands on the walls. I want to take pictures outside of it. I want to go while it's new. I mean, it's stunning. And the fact that it's in the south side of Chicago is just, forward thinking. Oh, that to be that kind of young, gifted, and black, man. Oh, and that's all of us, really. Truly, young, gifted, and black. That's all of us. All of us. Even the brothers sitting doing time. Even the brothers sitting on ice and the sisters sitting on ice. If they only knew. They only knew of their greatness. Now, listen, there's some folks who need to be locked the hell up. Don't get me wrong. Some people take black excellence in the wrong direction. They doing it wrong. Wrong. I get it. There's always villains. Villains are among us. If we didn't have villains, we wouldn't recognize some of the goodness. I'm telling you, people. So yeah, I'm gonna make my way to Chicago. I gotta go and see this myself in my lifetime. I voted for him twice. Was proud to do it. I don't know if Trump people could say they voted for Trump twice. They just look stupid. They know it too. That's why they're always on the defense. Well, what are you? I'm not stupid. And they always get mad. Why is everybody always call us stupid? Do you really want the answer to that? You know the answer to that. You have the answer. Just go stand in the mirror and then start talking about what you know. And that'll give you the answer. You know what the answer is. Lord have mercy. Just, the work that needs to be done. That's all right. Because, here's the thing. And I say this all the time. You all know it. The stupid people will benefit by the work of the tried and true, the people who are committed. So the dummies of the world will benefit. They will. That's just how it plays out. And it should play out that way. Nobody's trying to round up. And speaking of rounding up, I see nobody wants to sell Donald Trump a warehouse to house prisons, to make prisons. I see they didn't. I see he can't seem to buy a warehouse. No one will. Nobody will sell him one. People keep circumventing the process of what he's trying to buy. I ain't mad at him. I'm like, woo, get it, don't stop. People are like, nope, you're not turning this warehouse into a prison. Nope. I'm like, okay. Ooh, those are gorgeous. I might want those. Oh, this is an event. Cocoa Sundays, Afro beats. All right. I don't like mimosas. Just give me straight prosecco. I don't need orange juice in it. These people who drink orange juice in drinks, I don't get it. Stop doing that. Orange juice does not legitimize champagne or prosecco. Just drink the prosecco. You drink your orange juice, you just added sugar. Orange juice is just sugar. Don't do that. These people drinking. I was like, and then when you go place, you have to say, and you can't say, I don't want juice in my champagne or my prosecco. I was like, just bring me the prosecco. Keep your orange juice. Ugh. It's wasting good prosecco. It doesn't require additives. I know all you mimosa lovers out there. I'm hating on you. I am. Because I just think it's ridiculous to drink juice and champagne. Like, why? Champagne is good on its own. Woo! An orange juice in it. And then it's not even quality orange juice. Like, you're not squeezing fresh orange juice, oranges. You're just getting it out of a box that they already messed with, added more sugar to. Because, America's got a sweet tooth problem. We got a sweet palate problem. So, I know. I'm hating on the mimosa drinkers. I'm hating on y'all. No harm. But I'm not pouring orange juice and I don't need that. Just give me the Prosecco. I don't need that. Gosh. I do like a good cocktail. Don't get me wrong. I like a good cocktail. Well made, well thought out, well appointed cocktail. I am one for a good cocktail. I do. I don't like a sweet cocktail. Like, I am. If you are drinking at this age fuzzy navels and sex on the beach, you are 10. Because no one is. Kids drink that. I don't drink that mess. Ugh. And for all you Hennessy drinkers, up your game. Drink something else. Damn. And stop mixing stuff with Red Bull. I watch these people do this. I was like, you just pouring caffeine into liquor. They have the opposite effects to each other. I should run a little class. I should run how to drink responsibly and with good taste. I have good taste. I have really good taste. I have good taste, and I know it. But I cultivated it. You know what I mean? Like I've cultivated it over these years. I've tried. I've done all the hard work so you don't have to do it. Let me save you some headaches and hangovers. Don't drink that. Don't, people go to New Orleans and they got to have a hurricane. Why? You just want the glass. Give me the glass. I don't need the drink. And it's sweet. And it's in a big ass glass. And then when you get outside in that hot ass New Orleans sun, talk about 12 years of sleep. I've watched time and time again. People get in there, they get them damn hurricanes in the big ass glasses. Whoo, I might have another. And then they get outside in the hot New Orleans sun. And then the French Quarter, so it's pissy everywhere and it's hot and the music is loud. You're 2 seconds from death, my friend. You are moments from death. And New Orleans is one of my favorite places. It is one of my favorite cities. It's beautiful. The people are so unbelievably friendly. They talk like they're singing. There's a musicality. There's music. World class musicians are playing on the streets. And they do it because they understand. There's so many musicians in New Orleans, and they gig all the time. They work all over the world, but New Orleans is home. I get it. You walk them streets, and you done had two hurricanes. And I don't know anybody who should be drinking two hurricanes. Like if you're a tourist, okay, well I get it. The allure of one, and them big ass glasses, right? I sit at the bar and just watch people do it. I was like, oh boy. Then they get out there in that hot ass New Orleans sun. They're like, where's my hotel room? Lord have mercy. I'm telling you. And in New Orleans, you can walk the streets with looking in your hands. You can just walk around with a drink. And you tell people don't come to New Orleans and drink like you don't got good sense because you're just gonna be sick. Drink like you drink at home. I know the allure of that hurricane. I get it. You just want the glass. Tell you can't tell people they got to get the hurricane in. I know the first time I went to New Orleans, I had a hurricane too. I did not. I drank it. It was fine. I mean, it was fine. You know, for what it is. I mean, no one is ordering that for real. For real, you're just doing it as a novelty and part of the what you think the aesthetic of New Orleans is. Listen, I get to the bar, bourbon on the rocks, and that's it. I don't make me no voodoo cocktail, not a hoodoo cocktail. I don't need it. I don't need all that swirling around. And then you get out there in that hot ass, and then you see the Mississippi right there. 12 years a slave. I'm telling you, it's terrible. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it. Don't do it. But you can't stop people because they want to have the experience. To you in your hotel room puking and sitting on the toilet for like half your trip because like I will never do that again. Begging God for your life. And who among us hasn't been on the floor somewhere begging God for our life? And if you haven't done it, ooh, you missed a real opportunity to get real clear. When you on the floor in the midnight hour and you be like, God, if you bring me through this, I swear to you, you get very, very clear about them prayers. You are absolutely clear on them. Let me tell you, I've spent more time doing it. I spent more time doing it, more time than I can tell you. You get real clear. You know there is a God. Stay away from the hurricanes in New York. I mean, stay away from the hurricanes in New York. Stay away from the hurricanes in New Orleans. Stay away from the hurricanes in Charleston. Stay away from the hurricanes. Don't drink them anywhere. Not on a boat, not on a moat, not on a hat, not on a cat. Just stay away from them. Get something else. Drink what the locals drink. You know, if you want to have a New Orleans experience, drink what the locals drink. So I see we got another problem. The Connecticut House unanimously approves reform of Department of Children and Families. You know, we go through this every few years. I think people need to understand, I'm not making excuses, but I think people need to understand when kids come to care, when children come to care, and families come to care, it is difficult. And I think the Department of Children and Family has this mindset of keeping families together, whatever the cost, you know, and that's always in the best interest of the child, you know. But I think there has to be a stopgap where you have to see quickly that that can't be the only recourse. Like some children have to be removed from the home. You know, no matter how many services you pile into a family, sometimes you have to remove a child for the safety of the child. You know, because the conditions are not getting better. And and I know they don't want to be in the business of breaking families up. I It's an impossible situation. I wish people had more grace for the work that DCF does. And listen, there's enough blame. There's enough blame. There's enough blame. I mean, we could fill a cathedral with blame, you know. But that doesn't get us to resolution or fixing or going in another direction about how we think about providing care to families and children in need and in crises and what that looks like, you know. And I think it's a very impossible task, and they bear the brunt of the uglier side of community oftentimes, you know. Um, it's one of these things: damned if you do, damned if you don't, you know. And I just wish people had a little bit more grace for DCF. Now, I don't know if they deserve grace. I don't know. I just know all the people that I know that work for DCF have been kind, caring, dedicated people. And I know they don't want to see bad things happen to children. You don't get into that work to see children harmed. You know, I think they just try to figure out make the impossible practical in the best way that they can with the resources that they have. And people can say whatever they want, you know, um, about where children end up and all that. We need more foster homes. That's a given. But nobody wants to do that, you know. Honestly, it's a different kind of commitment to foster children. We need more children adopted into forever homes. That's a different kind of commitment, you know, that people are not willing to make, you know. And so that we've got to resolve some of those things, and we have the ability to do it, right? You just have to dig in, and you got to have not an either or situation. You got to be like, we're gonna look at this, 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 and meet somewhere in the middle, um, to figure out how to solve these issues. It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's impossible, damn near impossible. But I always believe we have the intellectual capital to do a great many great things, you know. And I think the right people got to get in the room, and the right people got to be in leadership, devoid of politics, you know. And everything is politics. And I don't say politics because I hate politics. I love politics because politics is just relationship building. But in these, we've seen of late that politics has been weaponized. And I don't, and when I say devoid of politics, I mean devoid of the weaponizing of politics, using politics as a battering ram or semi-automatic. Stop doing that. Stop firing shots and get in the room and figure out and look at what can be done to provide the best possible care. And I'm not saying that they don't do that, but I think it's impossible to do when you're always when the gun is always at your head. I think it's very difficult. So, uh, so I don't think they have an easy job, and I think people who work for DCF, they're not in it for the money. I mean, I know people who work for DCF, social workers and managers and all that. They're not becoming millionaires, but they care deeply about the care of children and families. They care. I know so many who care deeply, and are always thinking creatively about how to do that work, how to take care of families, how to protect children. I know. And children fall by the cracks. They fall in the cracks, and families fall in the cracks. I mean, it just it happens, and some of it is fault, and some of it isn't. And some of them, the systems just fail. Systems fail. So, anyway, tomorrow's my birthday. Run me some champagne if you're around. I'll be celebrating with some of the finest women I know on the planet. Not all the finest women I know on the planet, because there's some far and wide that can't come. But the ones that'll be here with me tomorrow, well, or today, well, there's some of the best women you ever want to know. I'm here to tell you. So tomorrow's my birthday. And happy birthday to all who's celebrating today. And have a good day. Thank you. Oh, and Daisy. Oh my God, Harry. How old is Daisy? Daisy is my soulmate. Harry's granddaughter. 9? Harry, she's 9? I remember she was born. Holy cow. Daisy is 9. All right. She got a few more years. We could go have cocktails. She's not quite cocktail ready yet, Harry. I give her like 10 more years. Oh no, like 12, 15 more years. I'll be ready. We can go hang out. We have the same birthdays. Woo! Happy birthday, Daisy. Enjoy what your pop gives you. Poppy, what'd you get her? I know you got her something, Harry, because you dote on them girls. And rightly so. That's what grandfathers are for. So have a good day, everybody. Enjoy this weekend. Enjoy the day. It's going to rain a little bit tomorrow, but don't let rain stop you. It's just water. Get out there and do the damn thing. I'll be back on Monday. We'll talk some more. Woo!
I'm gonna take myself a piece of sunshine and paint it all over my sky, yeah. Be no rain, be no rain. I'm gonna take the song from every bird and make them sing it just for me, yeah. Birds got something to teach us all about being free, yeah. Be no rain, be no rain. And I think I'll call it morning from now on.